Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to a brand new series starting today. We are playing Levitated. This is a mod pack where we start in the end and work our way back to the overworld. So it's kind of backwards progression. So let's create ourselves a world. I turn cheats on because I'm a cheater. And go. Alright, so yeah, we start off in the end. The overworld's been corrupted, destroyed. I don't know, we have to fix it. It's kind of like in an installation route where we have to fix the overworld. So, we get spawn as we those are from my test world. Let's get rid of this. And can I reset the map? There's a button for that, right? There we go. Good as new. So, as you can see, the world here has some slightly different terrain generation. It's, well, it's not your standard end. But anyways, this is a very good spawn. So let's toss our ender pearl and get over here. We have to start by gathering supplies for tools. We get our very basic tools. We just break some end stone without a tool. That gets us an Akasha tome apparently, but also a end shard. And then with end shards, we can break these wormwood logs to get planks, which should be another advancement. So this pack also uses advancements instead of quests to guide you along. Personally, I prefer quests, but hey, this is perfectly functional. Alright, so the next quest, I'm going to call them quests. The next quest is to make a workstation. And I believe I have that pinned here already. That requires a crafting table, which means we have to get some end stone. So if I get enough, I think 4 end shards crafts into an end stone. So the first thing you do in this pack is, instead of punching trees for a long time, you punch rocks for a long time. After punching trees and rocks a while, we can make end stone and then stone bricks. We'll need, let's get 2 crafting tables. I noticed that JEI, like the shift click behavior here in JEI is slightly different. Normally when you click in a recipe, you only get, well, maybe that's not the best example, but it only pulls in just enough items for your output, right? Like it would just do this. But for some reason in this pack, it pulls in all the extra items too. Not that there's anything terribly wrong with that. That's also a lot more patterns than I meant to make. But oh well. We can now make a part builder, a stencil table, and a tool station. And then I'm going to make a crafting or the pattern storage chest as well. So everything here, all the crafting stations look very ender themed, which I guess makes sense. We are in the end after all. All right. So there we go. Now we can set up our Tinker's Construct, tool, whatever, tool stations, and start crafting real tools. So let's see, tool station goes there, part builder, pattern chest, stencil table. All right. So let's start off with a pickaxe head, and an axe head. And we'll make the parts out of either end stone or stone. Or end stone or wood. I'll gather up a little bit more end stone. Let's make the head out of end stone and the rods out of wood. And does it really matter what we make the binding out of? Let's do wood because we have it. Alright, so 1 pickaxe and 1 axe. We can't click that in. We have to turn it to axe mode. Okay, fine. Alright. We can also take this Tome of Origin we have and shift right click it, and that's our spawn point. So if we die later on, we can, it'll spawn us right here. This has apparently become our base, at least for the time being. So anyways, yeah, we can now get wood more easily. We can also get entire pieces of end stone instead of only a quarter of an end stone per block we break very slowly. That's quite the improvement. Let's see what comes next. So as you can see here, we are pretty close to an end city. I don't actually know if that's immediately very useful, but let's see, we need a furnace. Okay, let's get a furnace. That's 1 furnace. Um, sure, you can go here. All right, next quest. We can either mana pool buildings other than end ships spawn in the end, which contain several magic items such as a mana pool. So I guess we have to go exploring for a mana pool, and we have to find pools of mana. Sounds like they generate in the world. Okay, let's go looking around for some of that then. Let's put a waypoint here. And can we do that? And this? Perfect. So that'll allow us to teleport back with our hard-earned loot. So first of all, what is this thing? Alright, I'll take it. Is there anything under the chest? Nope. I kind of don't want to die to shulkers right now. Wish me luck. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Thank you. Maybe we can get some loot in here. Is this a water breathing? That's not useful. If we get levitated, we basically levitate forever, right? I don't know if that's a good idea to go up there right now. And I guess you have to be able to make these jumps. Oh dear, parkour. This probably hardly counts as parkour, but it is a challenge for old Jimmy here. Wait. That's evil. Oh, well, we're floating forever now. Alright, we're dead. Goodbye, Floral World. I should have left my stuff behind. There's no way we're getting that grave back. I guess we're making a new set of tools. Wait a second, we're in the end. That makes it very easy to get ender pearls for this. Teleport back to our grave. Alright, now what? I think we have to die again. But at least we die on the ground this time. And then we can actually get our body back. So anyways, I don't think we're supposed to explore those yet. I think that's... Probably want to get some armor and stuff before then. So I'm going to look around here. In my test world, I've seen a mana pool just, like, sitting around. So hopefully we can run into one. While just roaming, there's also ores available. So copper and iron, the basics. Here we go, found one. They're quite obvious to see on the map. They just look like puddles. So this is some type of fluid, but we need a bucket to get it. And I haven't found iron ore yet. Can we make it? Nope, it has to be made from iron. Alright, so I guess I've gotten a bunch of copper and a little bit of coal. I assume copper doesn't melt into iron, does it? Alas. Alright, so we're just gonna mark this pool and come back to it later after finding some iron, I guess. According to JEI, an iron ore only generates below really about Y level 50-ish. So right now we are at 61, so I guess we have to actually go mining. I don't think there's caves down here, so we're basically forced to strip mine with a slow pickaxe, which is not the best, but I guess I'll deal. Yeah, mining time. It's the start of any mod pack, right? It's not terribly surprising that you have to mine. Mine for just about an entire pickaxe. And once this breaks, let's see what we got. I'd say it's maybe a stack-ish of iron ore, but I don't think we get ore doubling quite so early. So mining with pickaxes sucks. And we don't get ore excavation yet. See the modifier, and the modifier is not early game. All in all, half a stack of iron, some other stuff. I'm gonna put, well, for one, let's repair our pickaxe. I think it's just like this, right? Very cheap pickaxe to repair. And for two, let's put some luck on it. How many modifiers do we have? 4? Alright. Let's use 1 for now. That should give us fortune. Fortune doesn't apply to ores, but it does apply to stuff like lapis and coal. So anyways, I melted some copper already, and it just keeps melting. Some lead. And iron. More copper. And tin. Lost a fair little bit of iron, but I'm going to make an iron drum. I think this holds like 32 buckets. It doesn't tell me. But it holds a fair amount of fluid. So we can go carry... yeah, so we don't have to carry like 1 bucket over at a time of mana. I'm going to go head over to a mana pool, fill up our drum, and then we get to go out into the world and look for a Botania building. Because I do not believe we can craft Botania mana pools yet. To make this, we need living rock, and we can't craft pure daisies. Or stone even, for that matter. Turns out an iron drum holds 256 buckets of fluid. So that's probably more than there is mana in this puddle, but we're going to take it all. Apparently this puddle had 84 buckets in it, so all gone. I searched the area immediately around our base and I couldn't find the Botania building. So instead of trying to like hop to another island, which is pretty difficult, I believe we can craft... Oh, that's not the recipe. What is this thing called? Pearl of Chaos. It is... Oh, Ender Shard. Alright. But if we do that, we can teleport to a random Chaos Island. Or I think it teleports to... teleport to randomly around the end. And then we can just use... yeah. Oh, wow. Gravity. Please don't kill me. That's a building I want. Thank you. See? Exactly what the plan was. And then we can use /home to get back. We are 3,000 blocks away. That's a bit much to traverse by on foot. Oh, cool. I guess a pearl even takes us back. For now, I have to eat forest fruit to heal. A little frightening, getting teleported each time you heal. But anyways, let's pearl over to this building. Good jump. And inside here, we get a pure daisy, mana pool, some flowers, and some living rock and living wood. So this should be enough to get us started. I guess we get dirt too, right? Is that useful? May as well take it. I mean, we don't get dirt any other way, so I think this is without silk touch. You just pick it up as regular dirt. And let's check out what's upstairs afterwards. Not much up here except the chest. Look, armor. I'm down to have armor. Okay, so I think this is what we came here for. We completed some of the advancements. So, I guess we'll take... we probably don't need the end rod. I'm going to take a quick look around before we warp back. Grab some of this iron, I guess. Back home, and let's put our new mana to use. So, first quest here is... there are these plants that we can apparently throw into liquid mana and do something with. Alright, so these Antibiotic Plants, I think I've seen them around. Yeah, these things. Let's go get one of those. Looks like we might need shears. Looks like we need shears. Okay. I have plenty of iron left. Give me one of these. Nope. How do I pick these up? Oh wait, maybe the shears did work. They just dropped it a little bit further away. I saw it floating on the ground later. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm just crazy. Use shears to pick them up. And then throw them in the fluid. I assume it consumes the fluid. It sure does. Alright, what are these for? You can turn them back into antibiotics. That seems slightly less than useful. Does it actually say? Doesn't do anything if we click it. I don't know. We put it in the chest for now. Down here, we can drop chorus into mana pool to make bone blocks. That seems useful. I assume it's chorus fruit. Particles are coming off. We can check JEI for this, right? No, that doesn't do anything. Looks like it does need to be the flower. Now it's... ooh. That's a cool mechanic. Alright, so that turns it into bone blocks, which I think it intends for us to use that to make floral fertilizer. So how is this made? Any 4 plus that. Okay, so we turn that into bone meal. We can take some of the flowers we found. Is there any other ones? I found 2 of. We'll use these 2. And turn those into dye. Then craft the any 4 dye with this. And I assume we can plant this on grass. Well, that didn't work. I guess it has to be real grass. I did get some dirt let's try it on that. We're gonna have to fill off a couple more flowers. 4 flowers. Let's try that again. There we go. So for the price of 4 pieces of bone meal, for 4 pieces of for 4 flowers, we get 8 petals, which we can turn into 2 pieces of this, floral fertilizer, so on and so forth. For now, I just need to collect 1 of each flower. If we can do that, we can then bone meal the petals directly to grow additional flowers. Repeat that process until you have all 16 colors of petals, and then once you have 1 of each petal, if you want more, you can just plant the petal and then bone meal that. Cut it with shears. It has to be with shears for the tall flowers, and then you get 4 petals per petal planted. So this way, once you have every petal type, you can duplicate them infinitely with bone meal. Now, if you see here, our little dirt platform has been slowly, let's say, eroded by Endermen. So we probably want to move this somewhere that Endermen can't come steal, because we, for now, have a finite supply of dirt, and Botania flowers have to be planted on dirt. I don't think they accept this fake dirt stuff. At least the floral fertilizer didn't. Also, I think I figured out what the blue lotus does. By throwing it into an empty mana pool, you get a little bit of mana in the pool, and it gives you your useless flower back. So that's one way to make mana, but now that we have access to all the petals, we can make endo flames and go from there. However, I want to take a look at this bottom side here, because we need the petal apothecary in order to actually craft flowers. I think there's like a link here, you can just barely see it. So for this, we're going to need Stygian acid, found in the acidic plains. Is this biome we're in called the acidic plains by chance? No, this is Stygian growth. So this is probably not the right biome. We're probably going to have to teleport around a little bit then to try to find a acidic biome. Before I go looking for that biome, though, we're going to need to bring some of the fluid back with us. So we're going to have to make another tank. However, I'm out of iron for it. So I'm going to use our pure daisy that we found in the building to convert some of this end stone into regular stone. And with that, we should be able to make a squeezer. Yeah, well, we can make the squeezer without it, but with stone we can make the armor stand that's used to automate the squeezer. So this is 10 iron, so I have 9. Let's smelt 1 more. I wonder, is tiny coal in the back? No. Alright, fine, we'll smelt 8. So the pure daisy will turn end stone into cobble, which we can then smelt into stone. And then what I'm just going to do is, for now, lower the pure daisy by a block so that it has 8 more pieces of cobblestone, or 8 more pieces of end stone to transform. This doesn't seem to work like I thought it would. It used to be that when you try to reset the integrated dynamic squeezer, it would push an armor stand up far enough to reset it. And if you place 5 armor stands there, the force of the armor stands resetting would actually just immediately squeeze the thing. It's a little bit simpler than using the piston to push the armor stand down, but yeah, it seems like we now can't do that because the force of a squeezer resetting no longer pushes an armor stand up high enough. So I guess we're not going to use the squeezer to try to double our end iron ore. Oh well. So I guess that was a failure. I can, like, manually jump on the squeezer to squeeze it, but that's probably more work than just going to mine more iron. So, look, there's a thing. It was pretty mean of the pearl to drop me over the void. But, oh, just barely didn't catch it. At least the void doesn't kill you. I would have been slightly upset if the void did kill me. Alright, what do we have in here? More dirt. I'll take it. While I was out looking for that acidic plains biome, I had this great idea and I just had to try it. So because falling in the void brings you to the top of the world, does that mean that we can effectively elytra fly anywhere that's near the void? Right? If we need to teleport to the top, then we could just jump into the void and then elytra glide to wherever we're going. So I'm going to go raid that ship up there and try to get its elytra. There's only like 1 or 2 shulkers in there, right? Should be easy to get it. And we'll jump off the edge and see how it goes. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Alright, so what else do we have here? Ooh, a nice pickaxe. Some nice gear. I'll take it all. Give it all to me. Alright, but this is what we're really after. So let's put, I guess we'll wear the diamond boots. And put this on. Alright, let's go for a flight. I need obsidian for something, I'm sure. Let's gather this while we're here. Science time. So if I'm just gliding along, and I glide into the void, we go up to the top, yeah, we can just keep gliding. So now if I want to get to like the top of one of these structures, we can just glide there. Of course, I still have to not die to fall damage because I don't have feather falling on my boots, and that really hurts without feather falling. But from up here, we can hopefully get to the loot rooms. I don't actually know what rooms have loot in this. That looks like it's a room with loot. We can't actually gain altitude with elytras, can we? Not without going into the void, right? I don't actually know how to fly elytras. It's not quite creative fight, but for purpose of exploring the end, I think it's close enough. And here we go. Here's a huge puddle of that stuff I'm after. Alright, now to land without killing myself. Eventually I'll learn how the elytra works. How did I take so much damage off that? That was a soft landing. Alright, whatever. Oh, I forgot to bring my reservoir with me. Whoopsies. This is the fluid, right? Or it looks like it. Yeah, that looks good to me. So this Stygian acid is the basis of making water. What? Put it all in the drum. How do I make you do that? Do you autofill it? Wow, do reservoirs and drums not play nice with each other? That's really silly. I guess we're bringing home just one reservoir full of it then. We'll save the drum for something else. I flew around till I broke that elytra, but I grabbed another one along the way. There's quite a few ships just hanging out, so we flew around. Oh, wow. Flew around a lot. But, yeah, I still haven't figured out landing without taking fall damage. Probably never will. Anyways, we've got what we came for here. We got this Stygian acid. So how does this work? It can be purified into water. Oh. Stygian acid. Pure daisy turns it into ice, and then we can break the ice to get water. Alright. Reasonable enough. Because we're purifying a fluid, we can only do 4 blocks at a time. We can't do the edges, otherwise it just washes our pure daisy away. So anyways, that makes water. That water will be used in our petal apothecary, because that's how, you do the actual crafting. It does say that water is not infinite, which is a little unfortunate. In the meantime, while that crafts, one of the pickaxes I got while looting here has Fortune 3 and smelting on it. So I'm kind of curious. Does it work? 1 ingot. So the smelting definitely, raw pickaxe. The smelting definitely works, but it doesn't seem to work with fortune. It's a shame. I'm gonna just make sure it's not just bad luck, but yeah, so far it's only 1 ingot per. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. When it finishes, you want to make sure you don't just leave the ice there for too long, because ice will eventually get purified again into packed ice, at which point, you can't turn packed ice back into water. At least, I don't think so. Can you? Maybe if you don't have silk touch on your pickaxe, it still turns back into water. I don't know. Vanilla mechanics, not my strong suit. Anyways, these are my last 2 buckets of that, and that'll give us 10 buckets of water for now. Before we continue on to the more advanced Botania stuff, I want to see what this Soul Scribe does. It seems to imply that it one-shots Enderman or something. So I've never used one of these. It doesn't do anything. Oh wait, I guess it deals extra damage to Enderman? Something like that? Alright, anyways, I'm looking for this type of Enderman, the ones that are holding a special thing. They have a lot of hit points that make them pretty tough, but when you kill them, they drop their special block. End infused iron ore. So this can be turned into a end infused iron chunk. That looks like the only thing to do with it. We have a little bit of mana. Is it enough? Yep. And this can, right-clicking a wormwood plank will create a firewood block. Oh, that's how you get auto smelt. That's how you get Tinker's auto smelt. Maybe Tinker's auto smelt works with Tinker's fortune. That's worth a shot. Let's grab our lapis and plank and try that. Excuse me. Alright, so that's Tinker's firewood. That's good. And then I think with this, if we make like the binding out of it, does that give auto smelt? It does. So then we can, on our pickaxe, yeah, let's do it to our pickaxe. On our pickaxe, replace the binding. What does that do? A little bit more durability, and it provides auto smelt. If we get that up to, and this is all of it, luck 2 and grab some ore, maybe this will work, whereas the enchantment version didn't. That's 2 ingots. Alright, so if we get this to fortune 3, I think this is over 2 ingots per, which is very good. Out of 4, we got 2, and this pickaxe is still only at fortune 2. Awesome. That's a great deal. Alright, what is this thing? We need to... Creating a fire rune. Is it telling us to go fight the dragon? I don't want to fight the dragon. No thanks. Let's take a look at that recipe. The rune of fire. So, I guess we have to use this recipe for now. Yeah, it does use dragon's breath, and we have to... Okay, well, I mean, we could go to the dragon, say hi, get some breath, and leave. But for now, I'm not going to bother with that. Why don't we go ahead and make an endo flame to start producing, or make a couple endo flames to start producing mana. Because so far, we only have the mana that came from that one flower. Here's another thing I found while exploring the end, a vivid pasture seed. So I think this turns it into vivid grass, which I think functionally is just grass, except that Enderman can't pick it up because it's not regular grass. Oh, apparently I can't bone meal it either, though. Dang it, how do we get seeds if I can't? I guess we have to make regular pasture, but that requires grass. What came first, the grass or the... Oh, the grass generates in the end? This isn't grass, is it? How often does grass generate in the end? It says 0.0%, so there's not much of it. How else can I get seeds? I need seeds to craft, what's it called with? To craft flowers with. I think I figured out a way to do it. So by making a drying basin, we can dry one of these saplings into a dead sapling. Then we have to make a alchemy catalyst. This is very likely not the intended way to do it, because the alchemy catalyst is all the way over here, and this is needed for these things. I don't know. But this should work. Put the alchemy catalyst under our mana pool. This should be done. That can allow us to turn this into that, which we can then get rid of the alchemy catalyst, turn that into pasture seeds, and then I'll build a little patch of grass or dirt that we can turn into grass that we can bone meal. For this, I think I'm going to put it underground so that the Enderman can't get to it. Because you know how much Endermen love yoinking my grass/dirt. By making it too tall, it's the ultimate Enderman keep out. Can't get in here. Alright, so anyways, this, I guess we can't really make watering cans. But yeah, this lets us get more grass. I'm gonna save some of it as grass for later. But the main thing this gets us is seeds. In theory. There we go. And then once we have a seed, I assume we can grow it. I mean, we can just grow it as a plant, right? Let's go, I guess I'll turn this into part of it into a farm now. And we have farm. Perfect. So this can get us, if I harvest it that way, do I get more seeds? Can we turn wheat into seeds? Oh, noes. Why is it so difficult to make seeds? And the culmination of all that is... an endo flame. I'm gonna make 4 of them for now. Guess it's time to make a Wander the Forest so we can link the mana spreader to the mana pools, and then go like that. And then we can just throw some fuel. For now, coal is the only fuel we have. We can't make charcoal in a regular furnace, but that begins our production of mana. So yeah, it's slow with only 4 endo flames, and it's using a limited resource, but we now don't, we don't have to go out looking for like those flowers or anything. It's easier to do this than it is to use those flowers, in my opinion. But here we go, a little bit of mana. Now, right, I was gonna say, another thing I discovered I could do with this pickaxe is that it is actually a stone generator. We can place stone and mine it, and it tends to give you back more stone. Well, it gives you back at least 1. The 1 is guaranteed, but every now and then you get an extra 1 because of the Fortunato spell interaction. So I think it's both faster and easier to generate stone this way than it is to try to purify the end stone with the pure daisy. Just like that, like I have a lot of stone, and if I want it as cobblestone, I just have to mine it again with this pickaxe, and that gets me cobble. Anyways, I think that's all the time we have left for today, so let's leave off here for today. We'll come back tomorrow, and I want to get to automation. Especially here, we can make bonsai pots and oak ovens to automatically make charcoal. And from there, we can automate our production of mana. So, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. It's been a fun start, very different from anything we've done before. It's weird not having access to, like, dirt or cobblestone from the beginning. And, like, even now, we still don't have sand or gravel yet. But whatever, we'll solve those problems as we get there. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.